Going strong. Aim is to keep maintaining the same pace, keeping it together somehow. Guys, last kilometer to go. Completely dead. Hello. I've decided to document all my runs till the Delhi Marathon, Delhi Full Marathon. Today is 26th Jan, Republic Day, and Delhi Marathon is perfectly 1 week. After this is 26th February. The plan is to do one long run, honestly. Just build endurance, run like a couple of 10-15 Ks, and do one like a bigger run, which is 30-35 kilometers. And let's see, this is my first run. I'm planning to do like somewhere between a 12 to 15K right now. It's very cold in Delhi. Checking in. It's super cold. Cannot actually feel my nose. So I want to quickly talk about how do I actually start running. So most days when I wake up, I don't really want to run. It's very natural when you're in your bed. You're in your bed and you don't want to go out there and don't want to start. And I think one of the best ways to kind of start is to just wear the clothes. And I know it sounds very silly, but just force yourself to quickly get into a running clothes, running t-shirts, running shorts, and wear your socks. And then after that, it's just becomes much more difficult to not go. Look at all the smoke that's coming out. Hello. This is the Pune ARI hill. This is like my go-to place for running. And I think another super advantage of running here is that, once you start training on hills, there's a lot of like uneven surfaces, a lot of ups and downs. When you then eventually run on roads for like a marathon, it's just too easy. So I think one part of me getting faster and stronger in my runs is just training on a hill. Yeah, I love this place. Around 17.5 kilometers and I'm completely exhausted. I came on the hill to run. Poor planning of water and nutrition. So I think that's like a good segue to talk about figuring out what works for you. I think there's no one size fits all for what kind of nutrition and water you should have during your run. It's a lot of experimentation, honestly. A typical rule of thumb is that you should drink before you're thirsty and eat before you're hungry. It's like a very, very crude rule of thumb. So if you're doing long runs, long cycling rides, ensure you're sipping water every 10 minutes, eating something every 15 to 20 minutes. So pre-marathon day, feeling the nerves, just collected the bibs and came back, and we are in Lodi Gardens. Just did like a 30-minute session of stretching. Really important to kind of completely rest from 3 to 4 days before the main run, and the weather is great. Karan, how's the Josh?
Hi sir!
Hi sir!
Hi sir!
We are running late for the marathon. Yes. kilometers in. Started very slow to ensure that there's no initial fatigue. Going strong. 10 kilometers done. Oh, almost an hour in. Feeling good. I think for me the most important part of this event was to start super slow, not get hyped up at the start, and ease in the run. I think that has been successful. Just about 15 kilometers done. 1 hour 35 minutes in the run. Just had my first power gel. Actually gives you like a high sugar rush. Going strong. Aim is to keep maintaining the same pace. Let's go. Halfway done. Almost 2 hours 10 minutes in. Going strong, feeling good. No major issues yet. It's just amazing to run with so many people. Automatic motivation. That's one of the primary reasons you should run marathons, is to run with people. Okay. Sanjeev sir, what's the one advice you would give to anyone who wants to get into running?
I think first and foremost it starts with losing weight, but I think eventually it becomes a runner's life where you want to be fit, you want to be healthy, and it's a runner's high you get. So I think start slow, go gradual, don't increase your run, train for an event before you start. I mean, if you're doing a half marathon, you should train at least 3 to 4 months, and if you're doing a full marathon, you should train at least 4 to 6 months time. That's the one advice I would like to give to people who want to get into running.
Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Good going.
Good going. 25
yes.
Done.
25 done. Another 17 to go. We are right on time.
Yes.
We will land the bus at 4 hours 30 minutes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks to Sanjeev sir. He's helping me pace.
No, thanks to you, champ. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
आराम से चलो सांस लेते रहो खाली. Just take a deep breath and you'll do well. Just take a deep breath, guys. सांस लेते रहो. Maintain distance from other runners. You might skip, you might fall. Maintain a lot of distance from other runners.
"30 kilometers in to a quick break. Still pacing. Aiming for 4:30. Another 10-12 kilometers to go. Let's push it. 35 kilometers in. Feeling the fatigue. The advice for the last 7 kilometers.
Absolutely. We should go slow, constant. 7 kilometers is also quite a distance. So we have to finish strong. So conserve energy till the 40th kilometer, and then the last 2 kilometers you run strong. Always finish a run on a high. Yeah.
Awesome. That's very important. "38 done. Last 4 to go. And I'm extremely tired. Just keeping it together somehow. Need to push. Just 4 more to go. Come on, 4 more to go. This is it. This is the feeling for which a runner waits from the moment he starts. Last 300-400 meters to go. Let's push it. fucking done. I had a timing of 4:31 minutes. Wanted to do sub 4:30, but just missed it by 1 minute. I've been I've been wanting to run full marathons since such a long time. Finally, the feeling of completing one in a good time. It's really surreal. And honestly, time doesn't matter. Your power to actually finish a marathon is what matters. If you can push through, that teaches you a lot about pushing through anywhere else. Having run 2 full marathons, what's the one tip that you'll give to anyone who wants to get into running?
One tip is do as much as you can so that you are consistent. Don't overdo anything, because the biggest thing that will move the needle on your performance is consistency. If you feel like not pushing to your maximum to avoid injury, do it. But consistency is the main thing. So prioritize that over everything.
Super important. So I'm back at where I started this vlog, and here is my advice for anyone who's getting into running. It's a bit of a technical advice, but my tip is to ensure that you maintain a low heart rate. So what happens when a lot of people start running is they think running is just running really fast, and their heart rate gets very elevated, and then they stop running after some distance. But it's very important to know that running, and to run consistently, especially to run for longer distances, it's all about maintaining a low heart rate. So that means start very slow. Like a typical benchmark for that is that you should be able to talk with someone while you're running. That's how low your heart rate should be. You shouldn't be palpating. And you might feel it's very slow at the start. Maybe it's just a bit higher than your walking speed, but that's okay. That's where you begin. And that is the place from where you'll build it up. So ensure that you're starting off very slow. You're easing in your runs. You're not starting at a very high pace so that you start palpating immediately after like 300 meters, 500 meters, and ease in your run. That's my advice, and it's a bit technical, but it's very important if you want to keep on consistently running. This was like my first time vlogging experience. I know it's very shaky, but I had a great fun doing it, and I think I hope it inspires some of you to start running and starting your running journey and starting your health journey. So yeah, thank you. See you.